Take this Dan to Dan poster, for example. What if we got a few of these and put them together inside of a room divider like this one? Or what if we just got one Dan to Dan poster and displayed it like this? Are you seeing the vision? Stay with me. So I'm going to show you a few display examples that I've found that I think can help elevate the display process of our anime gaming posters that so many people look down on. You know, sometimes people think that posters you kind of grow out of, and as you grow into the later years of adulthood, you move on to paintings or I don't even know what else, but like mature art. These posters are art, and we can really do the art justice by displaying them in a really fun and creative way. I will say these ideas are not for those of you who have very precious photos or very expensive posters that you don't even want the air touching. But I do have a section at the end of the video where I talk about some ideas for those of us who want some type of frame or border / protection of an image. So you can check that out. You can find that one a little more helpful. Literally, let's think big. Huge ass poster. Where are you going to put it? You can hang it like how you used to hang laundry. Some people still hang laundry on a line and they connect it to the line with like little clips. Maybe you have like an awkward corner and you're like, I don't even know what to put there. Put the string from one end to the other and have the poster just cover that entire corner. You could really just make it a focal point. Instead of trying to hide it, make it just pop with some art. A huge ass poster. That's what we're talking about. And here's another example. Just some string and art. That's all you need. I think I'm a little biased with this one because I recently did a little project where I had Pokemon cards that I printed out. These were Pokemon cards that were created for me by someone. So I was able to print them out and have them, they're like regular size paper, 8x10. I think that's paper size. And I connected some string so that they could hang. And then I just hung them up to the ceiling. So now they're just right here and they're just a cool thing that people could see. Kind of in the same wavelength. Some of you may have seen this already, but what if you just had posters and you connected them to wire and made like a chandelier out of them? Or some of these people have poked into the papers to make the chandeliers, which if these pieces of art don't mean too much to you or they don't cost too much, you could do that as well. You could also use little clippies to connect them or get creative and do something else. There are a lot of examples of this type of thing, paper chandelier. You want to make sure the art is not touching the light source. You know, it could be a hazard. So you want to make sure you space it a little bit, but these could be really cool. Now, some of us have a weird beam, structural beam to support where you're living, and it kind of gets in the way. A lot of us think it's just a nuisance and we would rather get rid of it. Well, that's not doable, right? Because it's important to have for the structure. Well, did you know you could try wrapping it with a poster? You could wrap it with some art. Make it intentional. Make it like a focal point, just like that weird corner. Ooh, and even thinking about it, there are beams going across on the ceiling. If you're up for it, maybe you could display the posters wrapping those beams. That could be kind of cool. But it's really funny because a lot of people, most of us, don't look up. It's not a very instinctual thing is to look up. But for those of us who do, it's kind of like a little gift. In your house, when you welcome someone or your place, you're like showing them around, you're mingling, having dinner, whatever. And then all of a sudden something catches their eye. Oh, that's cool. Anime poster right there. It's kind of, I think in some elevators, they've done that where they have the ceiling just kind of plastered with posters. Ooh, okay. This one is actually 2 more weird places to hang posters. Are you ready? One of them being inside cabinets. I got this idea because I manage a salon, and I noticed that the color area for the stylist, where they mix up the hair color, there are formulas printed out on the back or inside of the color cabinets. So once you open the cabinets, there are formulas right there on the door. So if you have like these posters, you can put them on the insides of the kitchen cabinets. So like when someone opens it up to get a drink, there's like a little picture of, I don't know, your favorite Pokemon. The second cool place to put it is similar to the high beam wrap idea, but you put it on the corner of your room. So you have a corner of the room, right? And you have a poster horizontal and you trim it, but you have it going like horizontal, and then you have another poster connecting at the corner and going that way. So you have just like a corner of a poster. I wonder if I could find. Now, I thought this was very interesting. It reminds me of the outside of books, the spines of books. And this doesn't have to be in an office, but kind of cutting out the cool parts of the poster and having multiple strips just going up and down a wall, making it look like spines of books on the wall. Another one-off idea I had was getting a huge, pretty thick fabric from Michael's or where else? Joann Fabrics. I don't know where else you get fabric. Kind of like this. And then you stitch a border in a way, but this like think big now. And then you have the thread here connecting the fabric to the poster at the top, like this image. And that's just on your wall. Like, that's cool. And then if you want, you could definitely add like your little sign here. If you made the art yourself, if you made the poster yourself, the date you got it, if it was really significant for you. Now, if you must choose frames or some type of framing with little protection, then try putting posters into a room divider. What? Yes, a room divider. This may be a little more challenging if you try and purchase a room divider and then attempt to integrate posters into that already made design. This idea may be better as a DIY project because you frame the poster with wood and then you have to connect each piece together to make the overall room divider. And you would have to use those like hinges on doors to make sure they're able to move. Or I would also try creating like a little mesh sheer sleeve as the like in between the wood, and then put a poster inside of the sleeve so that it's not really permanent, and I could change the poster inside the sleeve inside the room divider if I wanted to. Like anime room divider. pretty neat. And they don't have to be as large as this one. They could be small. They don't have to have 2 panels. You can even have 1 panel if you want. We're looking to move apartments. And so the places we're kind of looking that are catching our eye, I'm trying to imagine what my setup would be like for recording videos. And the places we're looking at, it seems like we're not going to be able to have as much room as we do in this place, which is really sad, but this place sucks. So we're looking to get out. And with the new places we're looking at, it kind of seems like I will have to be similar to this setup where I'm inside another room. Even if I didn't have a bedroom to be in, if it was like a small closet or a part of the living room or something, I wouldn't want to show all of what's around me, especially if I was in a closet. There is seriously one place that has actually a spacious closet, not a small closet. And I'm like, I can put my desk in there, but it would be weird to have like clothes all around. So having a room divider that integrates my interests in anime, art, and like room design, room decor, I don't know, but just really cool things. I could have that in the back of me so that you don't just see clothes, but you see something really interesting. Another framing idea is using kind of like wood outlines, metal outlines to display the poster. And these examples show how you can really not fill the entire space and it look really interesting and cool. Like you can have that going along the entire wall. So for those of you who like molding, here's another like kind of similar way to do that. To create interest on a wall, you can paint the wood a similar color to the wall. So it kind of looks like it's built in, and then you have the poster just hanging. Like we have the ability and freedom to explore with our art. And we forget just because we're not considered an artist or we don't have an art gallery that we aren't able to display art in a certain way, and we need a frame. You don't need a frame. Make your house an art gallery. Make it interesting, unique. Have people come in and ask, why did you do that? Like, oh, that's a good response. Oh, that's a conversation starter. Yeah, that's all. That's all I want to talk about today.
Something about a woman.